Hope everybody had a happy 4th of July. Man, that was a rough one, wasn't it? Like, I'm not gonna lie. We were at my parents' house, and my sister and my brother-in-law were all strapped, like just hanging out in the back on this water slide, next to some guns just sitting in the side. You didn't even hear? Did you hear about the shooting that happened on the 4th of July parade?
I've heard about a lot of stuff that's happened recently. Georgia Guidestones were blown up, so this whole society's falling apart.
Whoa. What is that? Georgia Guidestones?
Georgia Guidestones were these huge stones that had, in case society collapsed, how to rebuild it. And one of them said, keep humanity under 500 million. I've been going down conspiracy rabbit holes recently.
I just think it's just it's white people. It's white people trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna work out. It's got to be universal. You can't just decide I'm gonna do a monument and everyone's gonna go whoa.
You can if you kill people and then you keep it under 500 million. You've never had like a Batman plan, like how would I take down everybody? Like Batman does.
Who's everybody?
Everybody who's not you. I mean, not including the people you love and shit, but everybody else.
No, that's too. It would be too much work. I couldn't do it. It would take an entire lifetime for me to plan it.
Yeah, but this is just fantasizing. You know what I mean? Oh shit, I'm talking about fantasizing about genocide. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yes. You're fucking psychotic, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm like, what? No, I've never thought about killing everyone on the planet. You fucking weirdo.
I think we all just drink some Kool-Aid at the same time.
And I'm trying to like make sense of it. Like, well, maybe did he mean like if there's a disease? Or I've fantasized about killing people, but like they're usually people like that I make up in my head, like that are either shooting up a bus stop or the airport that I'm at, and then I somehow have to Bruce Willis my way out of there and like hide and then like capture a weapon and then just start going around in the vents, fucking going down elevators.
Yeah.
I'm running down escalators, shooting, fucking killing Russians or Chinese or even the Ukrainians can get it, man. I don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with my country is all I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
And then, whatever terrorists. And then I just be running around, throwing grenades, fucking cutting my feet on glass because I don't have shoes for some reason.
Because Bruce Willis.
Yeah. And then just fucking, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
My dad thinks he's Bruce Willis.
How so?
So we went.
Is he a strong lad?
He used to be, but he's in his 60s now. Not so strong, but still pretty strong. Anyway,
for an older man.
For an older man, yeah. We went to church, and he didn't sit with us. He sat at the entrance, and I knew what he was doing immediately. And my mom was like, "Why'd you sit at the entrance?" And
protecting.
Yeah. He goes, "I got to cover the exits in case something happens." I'm like, "You'll get shot first." Yeah, he goes, "Yeah,
hey, he's got to go."
I told him that. I was like, the whole time in church, I'm like, well, Dad's dead, so I didn't even think like, how am I gonna escape? I'm just like, do I get his truck or does that go to Mom?
Fucking male instinct.
Yeah, he was very serious about it. He put his whole plan down and everything. And what was messed up is I thought about that too. I was like, see, and I was thinking people are going to go for the side door exits. No, that's where they're going to be waiting.
Dude, what man doesn't want to be a fucking hero like that, dude?
Yeah.
Just a bad motherfucker. You know what I would wish I was too? I'm not a good guy, but I do good things out of selfishness sometimes.
Anti-hero?
Anti-hero, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That one's the dopest, right? That's why people took to the Joker. You know the movie The Joker? You know, he's kind of like an anti-hero, right?
Oh, he's straight up villain.
No, he's an anti-hero.
Like Venom is an anti-hero. Deadpool is an anti-hero. Punisher
Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood
is a racist.
Is an anti-hero.
No, he's racist.
Bro, I don't care.
Oh, I like him. I'm just saying.
I meant Clint Eastwood, not the fucking the guy. I meant Clint Eastwood, Blondie. What's his name? Damn, what's his fucking name in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Like Clint Eastwood's character.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
He's an anti-hero.
Yes.
Because he goes around and he puts that dude on a horse to get hung. Mm-hmm. And then he has to shoot the rope off of him so that he doesn't get fucking hung. And then they can keep doing the same scam. I didn't make any sense. By the way, I smoked a lot before I came over here. Like
What'd you smoke?
A lot of weed.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what a terrible pause right there.
Ghislaine Maxwell got sentenced to 20 years.
What?
Less than R. Kelly. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh yeah, Epstein's bitch.
Pedo lady, yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of. It brought up a good point. It's like, well, doesn't this lady have like millions and millions of dollars to
her family was powerful and they fell out of power, but she still had connections. And then so through Epstein and the way he, like, I don't know, his charisma.
I'm saying she had money to get a good defense.
She didn't have money. It was she had names.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they it's in their interest and who they are as pedos to cover it up. Because we're all the fucking names. Why aren't they going to jail?
You think she was smart enough to have like maybe a safe somewhere with all the names?
That's why she's not dead.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then they came up to her in jail, like, we're gonna kill you, bitch. And it's like, I have some set up.
She's
that
like, I have a knock list.
Oh fuck! Is that from
Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible. Yeah. she has the knock list,
and it's just some big ass zip drive. Where's this from? Well, you know, there's a lot of pedos back in the day, so it's old.
It's mostly Bill Clinton and Bill Gates, but that's how heavy their data is.
Yeah, I'm sure they have videos and everything. I mean, that's just the perfect way to get somebody in a, you know, you bring them to the island, they do something bad, you tell them, oh, that was an underage person, and then you have them do your bidding.
We have control of them.
Man, yeah, it makes so much sense.
I wonder if there's any benevolent millionaires out there.
I'm sure there's a lot. But they choose not to get involved. Because think about it. If you have millions of dollars and you are at a higher consciousness than most of humanity, you're like, man, I'm going to protect the people around me, the people in my business, but I can't save the fucking world.
Yeah, it's too many of them.
Yeah, I can only do me, and I can take care of my uncle told me that one time. He's like, because my other uncle was telling him all the shit about, well, what are you going to do for Latino community? What are you doing for this? He's like, I don't know about any of that shit. All I know is I got 150 employees, and it's me and them and their families, and that's all I can do. I was like, oh,
that's a very intelligent thing to say.
And then he fired 150 employees.
He's like, anyway, he's embezzling money the whole time.
He's like, fuck you.
That's why he didn't give a fuck about anybody. I wish I was in a position to embezzle money.
It's very easy, apparently.
You just make like I could embezzle a charity, right? Like I could start a charity, a nonprofit, and actually be funneling money out of it to myself.
Well, that's the old school way. Then there was, really? Then there was the because you're trying to pull on heartstrings, and then there was the like 2010 way, which was I'm going to create a company for whatever medical industry or, you know, something that pulls on heart. I'm going to cure whatever, and you get people to invest that way, and you just take it. Or the new 2022 way, which is like amazing. You just make up a currency, and you put it on there. It's not regulated, and then they. You know, somebody.
Well, how come we don't make up a currency, dude?
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do the programming. Like somebody made up a long time ago.
You're investing in something that you don't even know how to do.
Shut up. Squid Games. Somebody made a coin called Squid Coin, right? And it went up to billions of dollars. And then within
people cashed out
1 second, the people who made it cashed it all out. They cashed it all out immediately, and it dropped 90. This one guy's watching it live, and it shows he's like talking about. He's like, "We're up 50. What the fuck?" And you just see it go like a big old wick goes down like a stock market. 99.99%.
And that means that that's just money from millions of people that everybody put together in a thing, and then the person just went yoink.
Yep. They pulled the rug from under them.
Man, that's fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, well, I guess it isn't theft if you're all throwing your shit into a game.
Well, there's no regulation on it right now.
Right.
I mean,
there's the Wild West.
There's banks falling in cryptocurrencies. The reason Bitcoin's falling so hard is all these banks are becoming, these crypto banks are becoming insolvent because the real banks, the big banks.
Hold on. What does that mean, insolvent?
So they lend out too much money. I don't know. They lend.
You didn't count on me genuinely wanting to know.
They can't pay. They can't pay everybody back. It's like, okay, a bank run. You know how if we all went and tried to get our bank out of wherever you bank, it wouldn't be. They only have like 10% of the money on hand.
Sure.
So they can't do that. So what these online ones did, these online banks, they gave out high APR, meaning give us your crypto and we're going to pay you 20%, 15% every year of what it's worth. You can't do that. There's no way to maintain that. And so they're basically, you know, you give me your money and I'm going to pay that person. So it's a pyramid scheme. And then it was a bank run and everybody just started taking their money, and the people who didn't take their money in time fucking lost all of it. Lost all their crypto, lost all their cash.
Damn, dude.
Like billions of dollars. I think it's only like 8% or 10% is actually printed physical. The rest is all digital dollars on your phone.
I mean, it makes sense. Isn't that where most transactions are happening?
That's where all transactions are going to happen.
You don't think we're going to have cash?
No.
When?
Within our lifetime. I don't know the year, but our kids will
dude,
not be.
They're going to spring this on us when we're like 62, going like, wait, so what do I do with this?
It's just going to become easier. It's going to become easier, and then the way they get them to do it, it's a central bank digital currency, CBDC. You're going to be hearing a lot about that in the next 2 or 3 years. Yeah. So they're going to call it a stable coin. And here's the thing, though, they're gonna give it like universal basic income, right? Everybody get $1,000 or $2,000, whatever.
Hell yeah, but like
you can't save it though.
That's how much
you have to spend it.
Yeah, it's probably also going to be how much it costs to fill up your gas tank.
California's doing that. They're giving you up to $1,000 for every middle class family. Yeah.
Where are they going to get the money from?
I don't know. I mean, if you can just put zeros in there, who gives a shit? Money's broken.
So what are we just going to keep printing money?
Yeah, you have to pay your bills. Okay, so like if you raise it, this is not financial advice. If you raise the interest rates 1%,
no, fuck that. I endorse it.
If you raise the interest rates,
endorse this crazy talk.
1%, right? And your bills are like $4 trillion. Well, that's like, you know, your interest rates are going to go up billions and billions of dollars. So if you raise it too much, the interest rates, then you're paying half of your money is just going to interest. We can't sustain that.
Right.
Even if they taxed us 100%, they can't. Because back in the 70s, they raised interest rates to 20%. But our GDP was higher than our debt. Now our GDP is way, way less than our debt.
How come we can't all just go, hey, can we all just like start from the beginning and like let's reset everything?
I'm glad you bring that up.
1, 2, 3, go.
You know what that's called? The Great Reset. And that
wait, is that a thing, to forgive all your debts?
No, not for us.
No, see, then this is literally semantics, because I mean reset in the specific sense of financially, and you already have a meaning for the term reset, and you're kind of applying it to what I'm saying, which is not. I don't mean like the whole political thing. I just mean like 1, 2, 3, go, and then we all have $5,000.
They're doing that, but not for us. They're doing that for the. It's like, what's the golden rule? I'll be good to others, or treat others the way you want to be treated. But their golden rule is he who has the goal makes the rules. So it's the same with this. You'll have a great reset, but we're fucked and they'll get richer. It's a way to consolidate power.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So it's basically like the Illuminati, the people that are trying to recruit you, from what I understand.
Because I know.
Yesterday, Josh is showing us these messages he's been getting on Facebook about the Illuminati. The Illuminati is Facebook messaging him, and he is not joking around. I'm telling you, when he's not joking around, that after he shows us, look at all these messages that the Illuminati keeps sending me.
It was 3 messages.
He seriously looks up and goes, they must be running low on numbers. Why else would the Illuminati not be messaging me on Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
You'll own nothing and like it.
Yep. You'll own nothing and be happy.
See, but this is, I'm sure if I'm first of all, I'm not going to read any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to. I refuse to. I'm supposed to be a monkey that's only experiencing, like 20 miles? Maybe 100 miles
in the
radius inhabiting.
Yeah.
But now I know about some porn star in Thailand.
What's his name?
Or I know, first of all, it's a they.
Okay.
I know about this war that's happening with ICE white people.
Are you overwhelmed?
No, I'm not overwhelmed. It's just like it's actually I feel like, damn, it's so hard to give a fuck.
Too much to care about.
Yeah. It's like, damn. So what it ends up doing is it spreads my give a fuckness so that it's paper thin everywhere instead of really caring for something. It's just like, it sucks for Ukraine, sucks for starvation, man, sucks for Yemen, sucks for. So it kind of makes you kind of a little numb to say to put it in certain words. Maybe not that you can't feel really bad for certain people. It's just like when you feel bad for everything, it's like you spread yourself thin and you can't give a fuck about so many things.
You become numb. You become numb when you learn to see. Guns N' Roses.
That's fucking gay as fuck.
That's what he said in his lyrics. I never fell for Nam. I became numb when I learned to see. I mean, that's not how he sings it, but you know.
What did I want to talk about? Was it
talk about how
the government?
Yeah. What was that little video about? That little like 1 minute video that you put like out of nowhere.
Oh yeah. I've been wanting to go back through it again. No, I'm just trying new stuff here and there. Because sometimes when I just start, like when I want to come up with material, all I have to do is basically pace around and start talking, or sit down and just, but not out loud. I do it in my head. And eventually, if you dig through your mind that way, I should say more like for myself, if I dig around in my mind that way, I end up finding things that I can use for stand-up. But because my mind is so fucking like ADD sometimes, it just, I often come up with other shit that's not even funny or useful. It's just like either, like I said earlier, a fucking Bruce Willis fantasy, or I go into thinking about like, you know, what is God to me? You know, because you obviously can't say like what is God. You can only say what is God to me, because everybody has a different perspective. And I think even religious people, they're all talking about the same thing, but deep down they don't realize that they really do have different views of what God does. Like some people are Christians that believe in not listening to secular music. And some Christians believe that it is okay. And they both technically believe in the same God.
When you do that, you're not afraid to peel the onion too far and then bleed?
Why would an onion bleed?
Because you're the onion?
Oh, no. Wait, that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it does. We don't think about it too hard. There's layers.
No, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just did it right now. You know, I didn't even think about. It's just fun using your mind as a fucking simulator, as a movie production studio.
Yeah.
That's when you come up with ideas. You know,
That's gonna be a thing, I think. Where you're gonna be able to like the headphones you're wearing. You just plop those on, and then you create the whole movie in your head. And the headphones are some type of machine that just like can videotape what's happening in your mind, and you can literally create a whole movie in your head. And then you put it on VR, TV, or augmented reality, or whatever people watch.
No, because your
but
mind,
then it makes you brain bleed, and you're all greatest movie ever.
The thing is, you can't control your mind 100% of the time. There are such things as intrusive thoughts. So, like, what if you're like in the middle of quote unquote filming your,
you're just fucking your mom? It's like, what the fuck? I don't know where that came from. Keep it in. I don't edit.
It's like you doing some fucking horrific shit or just fucking.
And then people be like, it was in my mind. I didn't do anything.
The characters just start chopping each other's heads off. And you're like, all right, my bad. I just fucking.
But wouldn't those be the greatest movies ever? Those would be the fucking most amazing. You're literally watching somebody's dreams.
That's crazy. Mine would just be just a camera moving through a house.
Blair Witch style?
That's what I dream about. Like, I'm always dreaming of walking through a house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in or buildings. I'm always going through buildings too. Like the stairs, the elevator, going up through offices. Sometimes it's a campus, like a library type of thing.
You ever get murdered?
No, I never.
What does that mean? I get murdered a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I get shot.
What happens
stabbed.
what happens once you get shot? And do you float?
No, it's like it's like everything's closing like a tunnel, and it gets black, and then I can hear people talking, but then it gets muffled and more muffled, and then it's just black, and then I wake up.
Really?
Yeah.
I do remember one time a building falling on me because there was an air raid. This is when I was living in New York. I remember I was walking through the streets, and like there was an air raid, and people just started dropping bombs or airplanes or whatever, and things were just blowing up. And then as I was running, I just like look up, and I just see a building, and it's starting to collapse, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And then it's coming and coming, and as soon as it splashes, everything goes black, and then next thing you know, I see like I don't know if this is part of the same dream, or you know how sometimes you have consecutive dreams of different stuff. But then the next thing I remember is seeing like one of those suburban neighborhoods, streets, and the sun kind of going down, and then I just see like a big red rubber ball just bouncing across the street. And then I just remember waking up.
So we all float down here. It comes out.
I don't know. I think I might be possessed by the devil now. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, no, I've gotten shot, stabbed, blown up. I got accused of cheating. And
in your dream?
Without cheating.
In your dream?
In my dream. And I was so frustrated. I didn't care about what other people thought, but I was pissed off that my wife believed it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
That must have been pretty intense, right?
It was.
How relieved were you when you woke up? Did you go,
very relieved.
It was just a dream.
I had high fever, so the dream was weird. But I was so mad.
Did you know, people are always joking around about how like women get mad at you for something you did in your dream. Did you feel a little bit kind of like
no, it was
looking at your wife?
Relief. It was relief. Oh,
Relief?
Not because I think it's different in that case, because in that case they cheated on you in your dream. She didn't cheat on me in the dream. I got accused by somebody of cheating on her, falsely of cheating on her, not only with women but with men, and she fucking believed it, and it pissed me off. And it was like a TMZ thing, but it wasn't TMZ. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, first of all, why does anybody even give a shit about
local
me?
comics sucking cock in the men's bathroom?
No, they made it seem like I was a predator. Like I forced them, not that, but like with my power. And I'm like, what power do I have?
With your influence?
Yes. And I'm like, I have no power. It was fucking weird. And everything was done through like a news type of thing. Like it was
the accusations.
Yeah, and then I'm arguing with her, and she's like, "No, I know you did it.
Oh, dude,
you fucked her. He sucked your dick. I know it." And I'm like, "No, you think I would do that? I don't know you." That's what she kept saying. I don't know you. I was like,
my God,
you know me.
That must have been hurtful.
Very much so. I felt like nobody. What I remember thinking in the dream, I don't want my kids to hear any of this. That's what I kept remembering.
You mean to know about it?
No, because it was untrue. Even if it was true, I want to know, but it's untrue. Also, it's a dream. Fuck you. Never tell Raul your dreams.
I know it's true.
You sucked your dick. I know it.
He ate your asshole.
There was some over there. There was no entry of the ass. I don't know what you're talking about.
You ate trucker asshole and ruined our family.
I couldn't figure out why it was a big deal. In that too, like, why is the news reporting this? Well, I'm nobody.
So I ate his asshole, babe. Why is it such a big deal?
Not that part. The reason why am I a news story?
Why was the 9 o'clock news so interested
in my shit? I didn't make any sense.
In your ass habits.
Horrible dream.
I don't think I've had a nightmare in like years.
Who has good dreams? I thought you're only supposed to have nightmares. My son does too. He has fucking nightmares all the time.
My sister, she says she has nightmares all the time.
Yeah, I can't remember my last good dream. Like,
I have puzzling dreams, but I never have like waking up like, oh my God.
Maybe your dreams are scared of you.
No, I think I'm just retarded like Forrest Gump.
No.
No, I'm usually just moving through a house, some kind of a house with different rooms that connect to each other.
Ooh, would you think that
Buildings.
has anything to do with when you're in Iraq? Like going through the homes and stuff like that?
Well, I mean,
because the way you described it, going for the way it's like.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I guess I've been through a lot of different homes.
Yeah.
No, but they're all like, so sometimes they're, what's the word? Amalgamations? Shit put together from, it's either like a grandma's house in Mexico, my aunt's house, our old house, the one we live. So it's usually like a combination of made up and houses I've actually lived in.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Maybe you have dreams like that. Have you, for lack of a better, conquered your monster or faced it at least? Like whatever deep-seated. Maybe you don't have one. I don't know.
No, I guess my shit is all just insecurity from religion, and I guess maybe maybe some kind of resentment towards religion and authority.
Well, then why join the army?
Well, I don't believe I felt that way before.
Oh, okay. This is post.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just I don't even know what you mean by like, what do you have a monster that you phased?
That's what I was saying. Maybe, no, just whatever demon, a demon in your brain.
Why does it have to be a demon in my brain? Why can't just gas be fucking $5? I mean, isn't that a bad enough fucking demon?
I guess so. I don't know. That's what I meant by when you peel back the onion too far and you bleed, like you too many layers and you see something
That
that's
is
like
such a gay fucking thing to say. Peel back the layers of the onion and then you bleed.
from your pussy because you're on your period.
Peel back. Like a folk singer, like a fucking...
It might be
What's her
from a
name?
song. I don't know.
Who will say, peel back your onion bleeding now.
This is why I don't open up to you
Fucking
and
Jewel.
George.
Fucking early Jewel song. Peel back the onion and bleed.
Oh shit.
Shout out to our friend George, who actually couldn't make it because he's got appointments with his wife, with personal matters. Yeah, he'll be back next week. Fucking stronger than ever, fatter than ever, stronger than ever. Did I say stronger than ever? I need to gain some weight, but I need to gain it properly. I can't just like beer gut my way to it.
Lift weights.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do now. I think the biggest I've fattened up to since the pandemic was like 157.
Fuck. I only weighed 157 since I was a sophomore.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. In high school, yeah.
In high school too.
Yeah.
And how much you weigh now?
233. And I fluctuate between 220 and 235.
60, 70, 80.
That's a big fluctuation now that I think about
40.
it.
So like 70 pounds you've gained since then.
Since sophomore year, yeah. I graduated at 189. So I was nice.
You've gained your child's weight.
Mm-hmm.
Child's current weight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's how it goes. I don't know. I just want to, by the way, I know the last episode I talked about like, hey, I need to like, get it. I've been drinking, like a maniac because I've just had a bunch of fucking cool shit happen. You know, I've been doing, shows, hanging out with my family. And then, I've been taking like breaks, but like a 1 day break here and there. But man, like 4th of July, I couldn't even I didn't even drink during 4th of July. I think I drank like 1 beer the whole time. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. Because the night before, I didn't even know it was going to be 4th of July. I don't know. People that say that I don't answer my messages, I didn't even know it was 4th of July. So that's how much attention I pay to the outside world. And by outside world, I mean the world outside of my fucking head. On Sunday, I went to go see my dad. And me and my dad are like, we're like best friends and shit. You know, like we can sit outside and just drink and just talk about movies, talk about animals, talk about... you know, how corrupt politics is. You know, anytime we talk about politics, we just trash them. We just trash the government.
Ooh, if you and your dad did a Spanish podcast, that'd be fucking dope.
I know, right? If me and my dad got, the only thing is we could only do so many episodes before my dad starts repeating the same
Do it as a series.
That starts doing the same stories. So actually around episode 25, you'll be like, have I heard this before? Yeah. And then at 75, you're like, here it goes again.
I love the story. Listen.
Yeah. But I love, I just love because the story changes. So every time it's fucking awesome.
That's dope. Your dad tells you stories though. I asked my dad and he's like, why would you bring that up? I'm like, God dang. Just fucking tell the story.
Oh no. My dad will bring up all the time.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten into fights. Where you've seen people get into fights back, I guess, because my dad grew up in, let's see, it was the 70s. late 70s, early 80s.
What is he, in his
as a
60s?
teenager? No, as a kid.
But he's in his 60s right now, I'm saying.
No, he's like 57, 58.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like maybe 58. And he grew up in Mexico, right, in this little town where I was born. But it was such a small town, dude. It's like people knew each other back then. And they all basically hung out in downtown. Like anyone who wanted to go have fun with, who was young, you would go downtown and you'd go to these salons where they would have DJs or sometimes bands before they became greatly popular in Mexico. They would go through that little town, and sometimes there'd be altercations. Like my dad told me the story about one time where he was drunk. He went to the men's room, right, and this guy was fucking with him, like talking shit while he was peeing, and I guess he finished peeing, and then that guy just like pushed him as he was trying to turn around, and my dad grabbed a beer bottle and cracked it, and then he just threw a slash and he cut the dude in the throat. But I guess it was just like a superficial wound, but he didn't know that. He goes, I just cut him and I saw a bunch of blood everywhere. And he goes, and I just shit myself. He was like, I was like, fuck, I killed this motherfucker. And he just ran out of there. And then he went to my grandfather's ranch and stayed there for like an entire weekend until he kind of like, I don't know if he came back or somebody went to go tell him, but he told him like, oh, dude, the guy's fine. It was like a superficial wound. Like you didn't even like put his life in danger. But he said he saw him get cut and he saw blood. Like, I don't know if squirting, but he said he saw a lot of blood and he freaked the fuck out. And he thought, he was like, I'm going to jail. Or I don't know. I don't even think he was thinking about it. He just went to the ranch and tried to lay low for a while.
What if? There's a big what if.
What if he did kill him?
No. What if he just killed? What if your dad's just like, I was taking a piss. He made up the whole empire. It was his first homosexual experience. And he just ran to the ranch because he was like, I don't know how to deal with this shit. And he tells his son, so I cut his throat.
Yeah, but he was actually ramming his cock down some fucking dude's mouth.
Then he went to his father's ranch after like, I can't believe this. And then they came back and like, hey, nobody knows you did that, bro.
No, but he was telling me like he would tell me wild stories like that. And about like crossing back when they would cross over the border like on a train just to come work, and then they go back. You know, just interesting shit like that. And then anyway, why did I start saying that? Oh, Sunday, right? July 3rd, I went to go see my dad, and I was like, I'm just gonna have a 6-pack with my dad because, you know, I went to go. I went and got drunk with my girl the night before, so I was like, I'm just gonna get a 6-pack. And so anyway, one thing led to another, and I got fucking hammered with my dad. So the 4th of July, I mean, that night, July 3rd, I tell my girl, hey, we should go, drunk as fuck. I was like, we should go to the river tomorrow. It's going to be Monday. There's going to be nobody there. It's going to be fucking awesome. And she's like, tomorrow's 4th of July. It's like, oh, shit. I guess we got to go see my parents. Yeah, but I had a fucking awesome time 4th of July, too, even though I didn't drink. No, I just watched them. I live by Woodlawn Lake here in San Antonio, so they usually have fireworks there. I think they're hurting on prices too, because usually that fireworks show lasts like 30 minutes. That shit popped for like 3 minutes, and they were like, "That's it. That's all we could afford. Fucking gas money is $1,000 a gallon." Klaus Schwab, the new world order. You will take your vaccines, or this will not stop. Monkeypox. You know you only can get it if you lick an open wound. There's going to be another pandemic. hey, there's going to be a second pandemic, so we got to get ready for that one. Remember, that's your president's words, not mine. What are you fucking doing, dude? Oh, is this what kid goes crazy with July 4 fireworks? Immediately destroys everything. What kid goes crazy?
What?
You cannot stick it in the ground. It's not going to work.
Who did that?
You got to put it in the
Whoa!
shoe.
Whoa! Oh my!
Did you see how it started though?
No.
Oh, trust. So they put it right here. She grabs the baby, and then it came over here, and there's where all the fireworks were. Nobody even grabs this kid.
Whoa, dude! Dude, how is that car not on fire? I thought that car was gonna explode.
That's what I thought was happening
Then
at
I
first.
realized I probably have seen too many Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
It was an electric car.
So I mean, I still did. What it looked like was that somebody threw some fireworks on the sidewalk, and one of those initial ones, a spark flew towards where the.
He put it in a thing too tight, so it didn't launch. He put it like it was a stick, and he put the firecracker there. And he tied it too tight, and instead of launching, it just exploded right there. And one of the things exploded where all the fireworks were.
So it was definitely operator error. It wasn't a freak accident.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking dingus ruined everything. No, we didn't fucking we didn't pop any fireworks. We just kind of sat there, waited for the fireworks shows. And I didn't even drink, like I said, because I had, I got a little carried away with my dad. And but I still had a great time. We cooked some fucking carne asada. That shit was delicious, dude. Delicious. I was just eating, sparkling waters. And then at one point, my sister was like, "Here, I'm gonna get you a beer," and I was like, "All right, fine, I'll drink one." And then I was like, "All right."
But you had eaten though.
Yeah,
That's probably what it was.
No, I mean, I was still. I mean, it's not that I was hungover anymore. I was, because I'd been drinking water all day. I was just like, I don't feel like it. And then I proceeded to power our entire house with the energy of my withdrawals. No, I had a fucking awesome time. We have like a water slide and shit. A big ass fucking blow up water slide.
Did you guys rent it?
There. No, my girl bought it drunkenly during COVID lockdowns. And then we just never used it till this.
Wait, you got
this summer?
You guys got a pool?
No, it's a big old. It looks like one of those blow up castles.
Oh,
but it's got sprinklers.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, and it has like a slide, like slip and slide.
And it's like from the rooftop, like sliding down, and it's in like a pool. It's not really that big. It's not meant for you to splash around.
Yeah.
In. It's just like sliding.
Yeah.
And then,
Did you ever have a slip and slide or anything like that?
No, never.
Did you ever put down like the plastic and then soap and then
my cousin did have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to like slide down it in the grass.
My dad got so mad at me. I ruined we got an actual slip and slide, and the very first time we tried it, he decided to throw me down the thing. So I was all happy, and he threw me, and I was laughing. And I had my mouth open, and my mouth caught the fucking slide, and I just ripped the whole slide, and like all my teeth were bleeding. I remember him being pissed off because I tore the whole slide and ruined it for everybody.
Dude.
On the first attempt. I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding.
Fuck. That shit just hurt me, dude.
But I ruined all the fun times. Like, always, Josh, always. You got to get hurt. What the fuck? You ruined everything.
You have to admit, that is one hilarious way to get your...
Yeah. It's like, why would you open your mouth? I was like, I was having fun.
Oh
shit!
my god! You took a big bite of fucking slide.
George, did George ever tell you what happened to him? He didn't have slip and slide. He just put a bunch of dish soap on a sidewalk, or not a sidewalk, a driveway. It was all concrete, and they slide down it. And he put a lot, and he slipped, and he went up and hit the back of his head. He's like, I swear it was a concussion, dude. I was out.
Oh my god! And then now he's the fucking animal that he is today.
I think that's the head injury that changed him.
He used to be a smart boy. He used to know how to play chess. Now he can barely hold a piece without trying to eat it.
No, George, on the board. He used to be so good.
Well, I think, guys, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 years. I don't know how bad this thing is going to get. But I just want you to know that that if it gets that bad, I will be joining the Texas Army.
Have you looked up militias?
No. Militias, it's just basically dudes. It's like friends hanging out, but you put in rules.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I wouldn't want to be in a militia because it's just friends with rules. You know, like we have to stand guard. We have to, do all this bullshit.
You know who I think ends up running shit?
Who?
Biker gangs. How quickly they can move. They can move. You know what I mean? They're organized.
Sure. I mean, I could see that. But, I mean, you can just plow them all down with a fucking semi.
Yeah, but then gas is like $30 a fucking gallon. You can't do that anymore. I'm just saying, I think they're versatile. They're able to move.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Gas is cheap for them.
I see what
compared
you mean.
to fill up their vehicle.
Longer distance.
Yep.
Makes you a nomadic.
They're organized in different states because they have different chapters.
Yeah, well, there's going to be two kinds of people. There's going to be the people that are defensive, which will build up big walls and be like, as long as we're all safe in here and we have a couple of, just a few strong, selected few that keep guard for us, we'll be safe. And then there's going to be other groups who are like, we're running out of water. We need to find out who the fuck has water so we can go get it from them.
Damn, see, I already know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put a big neon sign in front of my house. I'm going to turn my house into a business or you barter. In the studio, we'll become a whorehouse. In the middle, we sell drugs, right? Mm-hmm. In the back is a kitchen. So it's like a one-stop kind of shop.
It's going to be fucking where you're going to be cooking?
No, the cooking's in the back. The fucking's in the front.
I'm just saying, it's just...
It's a one-stop shop for raiders.
As long as it's not happening in the same building, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Of course.
It's just be courteous,
Yeah. So you got your biker gang. They come into my office, right? This is the process.
They rape you and take your money.
No, not me.
And your supplies.
No. I go around the neighborhood and I find all the people that I want, to work for me. By work, I mean enslave. And then bring him to the house, and there's a big neon sign. Josh's whorehouse food emporium.
Why can't you have a fantasy without causing like all this harm to people? First, you're like, how would you kill everybody that's not you?
And your family.
And now you're like, and then I want to enslave people. It's like...
Not by race. By weakness. How weak are they?
I think that's going to take you to race at some point.
Yeah.
Stupid.
There'll be a hierarchy eventually.
I don't know. I gotta heal this fucking. I gotta heal this fucking ankle so I can feel. So I can feel powerful. Exercise, feel strong. Anytime I have like an injury, like whether it be like an ankle injury or like a knee or shoulder, I always feel like if somebody tried to assault me, I would quickly get injured or then get beat up in the process. So I don't like the idea of walking around feeling injured, which is why I've been stretching now, so I can get back to exercising because I hurt my ankle a couple of weeks ago.
I would have whooped your ass, but I hurt my ankle.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, run away. You know, I can't run away either. That's like I'm saying, I'm completely vulnerable. It's like I can't fight or run away or hide.
You can shit in your hand and throw feces.
I mean, I could bite. I guess I could bite. Right? And kiss. I'm sure that would be just.
Come here, puppy.
Like, ah.
It smells like cigarettes.
You don't know where I've been, Lou. You don't know where I've been. Anyway, I'm glad abortion is being finally taken off away from women. I'm kidding.
Have you met anybody who's? I know I've met plenty of people who are mad about it, but have you met anybody who's like excited about it?
No, I don't think I've ever met anybody that's been like, hell yeah.
I know somebody, and
Who was ecstatic?
Dude.
Or ecstatic?
the way they reference it in their head, I was like, whoa.
Like they won the lottery?
No. Okay. So they sent me this whole article about how a priest felt bad during Nazi occupation, that all this was happening and they were killing Jewish people, and he did nothing about it, you know? And he goes, and yeah. So he instills that in his papers to his whatever, the priest under him or whatever. So he's just like, he equates it to that. There was a genocide happening, and nobody was doing anything about it. And now the genocide is done. So they saw it like that level.
Liberating Jews out of the concentration camps.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No wonder you're so excited. But
I just always look at it like, it's like, if a woman's telling you she's probably not going to make a good mother to that kid, why would you want to force her to fucking go through with it? I believe in bodily autonomy. That's why I believe a woman should have the right to kill her baby. And I should have the right to not get vaccinated.
Have you seen the dudes who are like, I'm getting vaccinated, or not vaccinated, a vasectomy because
dudes getting vaccinated? What?
Vasectomies.
Oh, vasectomies.
Yeah.
Wait, videos of dudes.
Pictures of dudes getting vasectomy, like, because of this law, I will now, for my wife or for my girlfriend, I will get this vasectomy and da-da-da. Young dudes, too.
Yeah, you don't want that guy reproducing anyway. So,
weak ass.
Yeah, it's good. That is nature. It's just nature happening.
That's perfect.
Nature weeding all that shit out, you know?
Oh, shit, I didn't even think about it that way.
It's just part of nature. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's just rolling over and keeling over.
Do you think it was
to make room for the ant?
A religious reason that they reversed it? Or do you think this is some type of socioeconomic type reason?
Yeah, people are fucking believe goofy things in their head, man. They don't even live in the real world. They just think these theoretical things, and they're like, let's fucking... Although, I mean, I guess that's the way we build all this stuff, right? You just build an idea in your head, and then you act upon it, and next thing you know, you have a fucking camera.
Words have power.
Yeah. So, it has to be, right? It has to be like a religious thing.
I thought it was an economic thing. The way
How is it an economic thing?
So China used to have the one-child policy, right? But then their population started to suffer from that, and their population getting too old. So
the population didn't suffer; it got skewed towards dicks.
Yeah, 30 million more men.
So I guess that is suffering
for those 30 million men. Yes.
Yeah, if you have a
but I'm saying the
sausage fest,
like in Japan and China, like Japan, it kept getting, they're selling more adult diapers than they are children's diapers, right? Millennials are the biggest generation ever, but we're not having a bunch of kids like our parents were, right? So the population then starts to decrease. So if you have an aging population,
you think there's people out there in the deep state going like, we need more fucking bodies?
Yes, we need a workforce. Because in 20 years, we need people to work at Amazon and all these other places.
Dude, you just made that shit sound more creepier than it really should be.
That's what I think it is. It always comes down to money. How do we run this company? America's a company. You know what I mean? You're an item in the company. Your social security number. You're this item. You know what I mean? We need more items so we can keep selling to them.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the Amazon floor.
Think about it. If you can't have abortions for at least 4 or 5 years, that's a whole generation of just, they were already unwanted from their mom. So if they don't have any love, they're going to want to work in the Amazon fucking warehouse. Just like, don't have love.
Can you imagine if we took all these kids that were going to get aborted and we just made an army of you ever seen what's the thing with the dragons? The Unsullied?
The Unsullied.
You never watched that HBO documentary, Dungeons and Dragons, Game of Thrones?
No.
No? All right. Well, anyway, the Unsullied are basically these castrated men that are trained to be like this elite fighting force. So basically, we could have maybe what they're trying to do is having an army of orphaned, or not orphaned, abandoned children. Mm-hmm. And then, can you imagine somebody that has no other maternal connection, parental connection, except it's government, the organization that feeds him, or that has been feeding him and educating him and giving him physical fitness throughout his entire life. And he knows that he just has his fellow my mom didn't want me person. You would make like the most elite fighting force. I mean, they'd probably break down in the trenches crying, wondering why mom didn't want him. But
it would be so much better instead of castrating, because then they have no testosterone. Do they want to fight? Instead, you just you cut out a certain piece of their brain, like lobotomy style, and now they're just like served.
Whoa, that's just too much.
Okay, so cutting off the balls is fine, but
no, that's from the. I'm talking about my theory. You're cutting off the balls. That's from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
my thing was making an army of
castrated men.
No.
Oh.
I just told you, castrated man was from Game of Thrones.
How do they get hard? This doesn't make any sense. I want hard men in my army. The lobotomized just to have boners. You know how scary that is to have a fucking army of men with just boners?
I like my sailors with some veins in them.
So vascular.
No, they'd be hear me out, man. we're gonna listen. I don't care if it takes all fucking day, Josh. I'm gonna explain to you this army of fucking bastards.
These unaborted fetuses.
The unabortable. That's what
the unabortable.
I'm gonna take your idea and just have a fetus with 2 cross rifles. And it's gonna be their flag. That's how they're gonna fucking train running in the sand.
Does that make any sense though? Having a more of a workforce?
It does, but I don't know. I mean, look at how fucking incompetent they are running the country right now. I don't think they have the foresight to.
I think incompetent people run the country, but
so you think maybe they done the numbers and go, let's see, if the average person that gets an abortion is uneducated, maybe, and we stop them from getting abortions, that means we're going to have more uneducated people, which means more Amazon warehouse employers
and yeah, and all the other
employees.
Yeah, we need more employees.
I fucking love that. I never even saw that. I'm not saying that I think it's true. I'm just saying, isn't that fucking crazy that a human being can actually think that? Because
it get real scary when we're 20 years from now, when we're in our 60s and other people in their 70s, and there's no more Social Security, and all your old folks home
we're
are
not
overrun.
Gonna have Social Security in our 70s?
No.
Why are these little motherfuckers not putting
okay.
into our shit?
No, it's not that they're
It's
not.
part of the scheme,
It's going to
goddammit.
run out. That's why inflation numbers, they keep reporting them as like, oh, it's only 8% when it's really like 15 or 20%. Because if they say 15 or 20%, they have to pay all the Social Security recipients more money to keep up with living. But they don't do that. They're like, oh, it's only 8% more. So they're going to pay them a little bit more. But meanwhile, these old people's bills keep going up.
I started feel. You know when it hit me when I don't know if it was my girl's birthday last February. No, it wasn't February. It was like sometime in May or June. Me and my girl went to this seafood restaurant. And usually when we go there, it's the bill's usually like $120 or $150 because we have drinks, you know. And this time we went there and we just had food, and I think we each just had one drink, and we really weren't feeling like, you know, getting trash or drinking. And I was like, the bill will probably end up, usually it's mostly alcohol that we end up, so it's probably going to come out to like 60, 70 maybe. The fucking bill was like almost the same. It was like $110. And I was like, fuck, we didn't even like go all out like we usually do. And it almost came out to the same. So that's how I know it's like 8%. Get the fuck out of here. It's nearly fucking doubled.
Go to Whataburger. Get just a regular #1. You know what I mean? I remember paying, what, $6 at Water. Now it's close to 10. You know? Same thing with Burger King. Like I'm going out to eat fast food now, instead of it being like $20, $25, I'll feed my whole family. It's like $40, $50.
Fuck, dude.
And the way they did it too is everything is extra. Oh, you want extra pickles? That's 50 cents. Oh, you want this? That's the, you know what I mean?
That's why I'm like 100% against mom and pop burger joints. They fucking suck. They're pieces of shit. No burger should cost more than $8. Let's not count inflation, because I know it should probably be higher than that now just because of inflation. But I'm talking before the politicians looted the treasury. $8. That's it. There's nothing special about your stupid fucking burger. That beef, it's the same fucking beef. You probably just fucking slapped your dick on it and said it's got special seasoning on it. It's the same shit. If you cook it right and you have enough spices, cheese, or whatever, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and onions available for people to choose to put on that shit, you're going to be fine. But this whole like $15 burger, and that's just a burger. Do you also want fries and a can of soda? Man, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but they work on such small margins. Most restaurants, a good restaurant is maybe like 10%, but most of them are like 2 or 3%. So if inflation kicks up,
fuck up, you fuck up. You're struggling to keep your business afloat. I'm just trying to keep my fucking family afloat. It's like what I'm getting at is like there was so many pieces of shit during the pandemic that were like, we're gonna charge you extra because of the pandemic, right? As if the pandemic didn't affect the customer.
Well, the costs get put on to the, I mean, it's the same thing as not the farmer, but the corporation that owns the farmer saying, listen, all the ingredients that you buy are now going to be more expensive.
Maybe my attitude seems a little bit, basically what I'm getting at is, maybe I shouldn't have such an attitude when I say this, to get my point across correctly, is they have the right to raise their prices, just like I have the right to go, fuck you, your shit's not that good anyway.
Ah, okay, yeah.
You know? Which was basically my whole stance, because I told Marcella when there was a sign outside of Jack in the Box that said the patties are going to be a little bit smaller because of the pandemic. I was like, I bet you fucking $1,000 that I don't have until that stimulus money comes in, that these patties are never going to go back to the regular size, and they haven't.
Just like the cereal boxes that are smaller.
Yeah.
Have you seen? There's now like
fucking cereal boxes.
Yeah, it looks almost the same size, but then you see it's skinnier. And then I forgot what it was. I think it was Jello or pudding, but they put a curve in the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, so, yeah.
And it saves them like 2 ounces or whatever. How many?
Yeah, and that shit adds up.
Yeah, Yeah, especially when you're putting that much out.
They're tightening the belt. You know what? That's fucking stupid. Stupid motherfucker. Mitch McConnell. He actually said, he goes, shit's gonna get better. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. He was like, things are gonna get better when Americans get back to work, but they're not going to get back to work until they run out of their stimulus money.
Yeah, starve them. Starve them.
But this is how out of touch he is. He thinks that the $1,400, we still have the $1,400 that they gave us fucking 2 years ago.
So
fucking
what
retard.
They're looking at is people's savings accounts. So they look how much people have in their savings, and apparently...
Bro, people are not staying home because they have a sweet stimmy stashed away.
No, I'm just saying what he's looking at is bank accounts and what people have in their savings. And right now, savings are being drained, and the next thing is credit cards get maxed out.
Meaning he accidentally gave up the plan.
Well, no, they may have to make the whole market suffer. So if you make the whole market suffer, you get all the little guys out, the little like average investors and stuff like that.
You know what's crazy? When I was in my 20s, I would hear, since being in my 20s, I would always hear on the news something about we can't just keep printing money. But for right now, we're just going to have to raise the debt ceiling. And then for right now, I was like, I wonder how long this is going to happen. And then one day I would imagine that everything would get really expensive and really bad. And then here we are. It's like, oh, I guess now is the time.
The difference is, though, we're the world reserve currency. So it affects everybody else. So the reason the dollar across the world is strengthening is while we stopped printing, other countries kept printing. So it makes the dollar look very strong, but it's just a short-term strength.
That's one crazy thing when you find out all this stuff is like, who the fuck agreed to this? You know, like the
1945 Bretton Woods Agreement, and that's when the dollar became the world reserve currency.
1940 what?
5, right after World War
right.
II.
It's like once you beat the shit out of become the top dog by beating the shit out of the top dog, then now like a prison inmate, they just beat up the baddest motherfucker. There's like things aren't getting better. You just have a new fucking leader.
It was under the British pound before. I mean, the British pound is still around, but it's not the world reserve currency. And the reason they did it that way is it's like we're backed up by gold, you know. So every dollar is like whatever amount of gold. But then we started going perpetual war, Korea and Vietnam.
Did you hear that they found like $3 trillion of gold in like Uganda or some shit like that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, somebody tweeted it out and then said, I'm guessing we're going to be hearing a lot about Uganda in the news pretty soon.
Like already mined, or they got to go mine it?
No, they got to go mine it, I think. And it's an estimated. Who knows? I mean,
and if there's gold there, that means there's silver. That means there's everything else that they need.
Is that what that means? I don't.
It's not. It's usually not just one thing. There's several different minerals that they have in there.
Okay, I didn't know your degree was in geology.
It's not, but I have listened to like silver mining stocks, like the CEOs and the way they talk about it and stuff.
Is he a YouTuber?
No, he owns a company.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. Things are going to get a lot worse. Actually, you think things are going to get worse?
Yeah, the food shortages are going to hit soon. It's already hitting, but even more so because Ukraine and Russia are like
It's hard to take it seriously when the food shortage goes like, hey, only 3 12-packs of Coca-Cola per person. It's like, really? Is this the shortage we're talking about?
Well, no. It's like, okay, so farmers couldn't plant as much because they don't have as much fertilizer because gas is so expensive and oil is so expensive. And they can't get it. So they planted less food. Ukraine and Russia, it's something like 30% of the world's grain. So if there's less grain, less animals, you can't feed the animals as much. So what we're going to get is huge price hikes. And what the third world country is going to get is starvation.
I mean, part of me wants to go, hey, man, as long as starvation doesn't come here. But it's going
to hit here.
It's going to hit like homeless people?
Where I'm from, the valley, like the food, they got to.
You think it's going to get that bad?
Yeah, talking to the San Antonio and Rio Grande Valley food banks, and how much people depend on them, it's fucking ridiculous.
Damn, dude. And you know that usually drives crime up.
Yeah, because people are starving. They want to eat.
Well, as long as prostitution goes up too.
I guess they can legalize gambling and drugs. That'll help with taxing for a little bit.
You know, that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to legalize marijuana, prostitution, and gambling, which is going to alleviate some of the,
Gambling first.
some of the money problems, but it's also going to, it's basically going to turn into Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. Man, that'd be crazy. If Trump runs and wins, I could see him legalizing gambling and marijuana everywhere. Just for the, and then it really is like fucking Back to the Future 2.
President can't do that though, right?
I mean, if you're the last president of the United States, you can do whatever you want.
I know, right?
Not that he's going to be the president forever, just, the collapse of the United States.
I mean, once everybody runs out of there.
And then it's called the North American Union.
North American Union.
Yeah.
You mean we're going to be together with Canada?
They're going to sell it as in, hey, we're buying Canada and we're buying Mexico. We're one now.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to let the Mexicans just...
Mexico has so many minerals.
Yeah, but the people that have Mexico under their stranglehold are not going to...
The cartels?
Yeah. Oh, no. The politicians there. They're just as corrupt as here in the United States.
But
they're
if you
just
pay them...
a little more overt over there.
But if you
and
pay
it's got a worse reputation over there.
See, the North American Union is a theoretical, economic, and political connection union of Canada, Mexico, United States, the three largest, most populous countries in North America. Wait.
First of all, bro, you don't think I know what a North American Union is? You got to show me a fucking map like I'm a fucking baby. I know what a North American Union is. Anyway, proceed.
Why does it say the three largest and most populous countries in North America? What are other countries in Greenland?
No, I don't think we count them as. I think we
Is
don't
that
we
North
count them as
American?
European.
No, I think Greenland's North American.
I don't recognize them. I don't know why the fuck anybody else should.
It's one big thing of ice. They don't even have fucking
We ain't
green
never
shit.
kicked it, Greenland. Stop fucking coming around. Calling my crib and I ain't even give you my number.
Where is it? There's another one saying that that it would, just the way they have the euro, it would be the Amero. That's what they call it.
I heard that shit like 20 years ago and it never came to fruition.
Well, serving
you know
as why?
Because they didn't realize it was going to get this fucking bad.
I thought they just tried it in Europe first. Like,
I
let's
think-
try it in Europe, and if it works, in 20-something years, we'll bring it to America.
What's happening here in America is like, sometimes I saw this in like school where like I went to a terrible middle school where it was just chaos and people would steal things. Sometimes the teacher would leave something open, like supplies or something, and kids would steal it. And what would happen is a couple of kids would be the ones stealing, and then more people would find out, and then they started stealing, and then it's like once the entire class is stealing, you're in such a frenzy, you don't even think like, hey, I think if we all steal at the same time, they're going to figure this out. So you just go, fuck it. I guess everybody steals, and if they're going to find out anyway, I might as well get one. And I think that's what's happening in our government. It's like everybody, it was just a few, select few, and now every fucking dickhead who can come up with a slogan and get some kind of election, he can go up there and take some money too, and they're all fucking just looting it before, the American people
Order through chaos.
Start fucking shit up, And by fucking shit up, I mean not voting for the two parties that are already captured by the I feel like I'm giving a book report to a book that I didn't read. and then that's how you make a bill.
You remember the Vicente Fox, the president of Mexico?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so while serving as a policy advisor in the presidential campaign of Vicente Fox during the 2000 general election of Mexico, Jorge, how do you say that last name? Castañeda influenced by American academics Robert Pastor's ideas of depending integration of NAFTA, encouraged Fox to include policies of integration as part of the campaign. So the way they'll sell it is basically one side's going to think, oh, it's open borders, and they're going to argue against it, but it's going to help them economically. And the other side's like, this is a good thing. It's going to let people come across. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's bringing all three countries together.
That's not what I got out of that.
Before and after the election, Fox made appearance on several news programs including a plan to open the U.S.-Mexico border within 10 years. Some in the United States saw this proposal for the Border Patrol as a call for inevitable step towards a North American Union.
No, that was all like that was just crazy talk. Like it's literally crazy. He was just saying. Didn't he say 10 years? It's been like more than 10 years.
Now on the bottom it says he suggested this might take as long as 20 years to be realized, but the ultimate convergence he saw between the United States and Mexico would allow them to race that border, open up that border for free flow of products, merchandise, capital, as well as people.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like see all that shit. He just said it because it sounds, when you say it that vaguely, it sounds like whatever you want it to sound. But it's not feasible, dude. People are not gonna allow that.
Why not?
Why would they? You should have the burden of proof. They already don't allow them.
I mean, nobody thought that they would reverse Roe versus Wade, but they did.
That's a totally different issue. I'm talking about like, why do you have proof? I could have told you haven't the Republicans been saying that they were going to do that forever?
Try. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's predictable. But what about yours? You don't have any evidence.
Oh, that it's going to happen other than they're just talking about it? No. Just the way I talk about, I'll say like, okay, HARP, it can control the weather. I'm not saying they do it. They just admit it like, oh, we can do it. We just don't. You know what I mean?
I know. The other day, Jimmy Dore said something hilarious. He's like, so far, the conspiracy theories are 5-0.
Yeah, so this is coming. The reason I brought it up is because it's coming back up again in talks. I mean, I don't know. If the dollar falls apart, anything's
What about Puerto Rico?
Grabs.
Isn't Puerto Rico part of the North?
No, Puerto Rico is already annexed. They're already part of the United
Cuba.
States.
What about Cuba and fucking Jamaica?
Cuba, Jamaica, and Haiti are not. They're their own country still.
They're not. But
this doesn't include El Salvador, Honduras, or any of that.
Oh,
It's just 3 countries.
Central America, you mean?
Yeah.
Central America. Central America.
Is there a Central America though? I thought it's just North and South America. Just what we call it.
Central America is Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras.
But that's not included in North America at all. That's not. I thought it was like North America all the way down to where it touches, and then South America.
It might be one of those things like
because Central America is not a continent. You know,
it might be.
There's North America, South America, Asia.
Oh no, it's not a continent, but it's definitely. I was talking about it's definitely a region.
It's a region, yeah.
No, but I wasn't dividing it by continents. Continents.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think what's going to happen is we are going to split up. I think the United States is going to split up because it's going to be too. People are getting too fanatical. I mean, unless you want blood on the streets.
So you're saying we're going to do the opposite, that it'll be like the Western, like California, and then you on the other side you have New York, and then like Texas gets Oklahoma and all that shit.
No, I think it's not that states are going to absorb other states. I think states are going to make their own little coalitions, and here's how it's going to start. It's not going to officially divide. There's going to be like groups of states that are going to do their own like I don't know, like their own little unions where they're going to have like tax breaks with each other or each other's businesses that are exclusive just to that little group of people.
Okay, I want to do a prediction. I It's a combination of yours and the North American Union. North American Union happens, except Texas. Texas is that one country in the middle of this whole fucking other country.
I could see that happening.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that happening because
it's Israel. We just bomb everybody.
Yeah, Texas is gonna be the Israel.
Yeah. We repatriated our gold.
Super military, super fanatic.
Okay, so this is what I think Abbott's planning. You know how Abbott said we don't need a background checks. Everybody just have a gun, open carry, right? So now you have an armed. All your citizens are
citizenry.
Armed. Yeah, are armed, and then he repatriated our gold and brought the gold back to Texas. And
when the hell did this happen?
Back in like 2016. And then he made Texas the Bitcoin mining capital of the world.
Is that true, or is that just?
No, that's true. Bitcoin, Texas is mining some of the most big, and we have our own grid too. So if you have your own grid,
we have the most monopoly money in Texas.
Yes, we have the most. Well, I think if you want to spread your all the way across, you repatriated gold. So if you have to start a new currency and Bitcoin doesn't work, it's like, well, we got gold. We'll do it off of that.
I know so far you've been 0-3 in your information on Bitcoin.
I've been
with me.
Yeah.
But I am going to ask you once again, when is that shit going to go up again?
At the latest 2025.
At the latest?
At the latest.
You mean in 3 years?
At the latest, yes.
So what's the earliest it would do it?
2021, I thought last year.
That's what I'm saying. You are 0-3.
You know what it is? I just talk
terrible?
I talk very matter of fact, and I don't know anything. This is just shit that I saw, and I repeat it. And I think I know, but I'm very.
How many of you guys out there? I know there's a lot of you out there, but you won't admit it anymore. How many of you guys had Bitcoin that went down? And you're never going to get that money again.
It's down 60% right now, or 70.
Oh.
Yeah, my whole portfolio is down like 75%.
Oh.
And you know what I do? I buy more. I buy more, and I hodl. Hold on for dear life. They call it diamond hands. Yeah. And you hold on, and those diamond hands take you to somewhere nice, or you hold on, those diamond hands drown you.
Isn't there some proactive way to get this thing up? Like, I mean, I would imagine, see, I would be down with doing that if there was a proactive way of getting that number back up. But this whole, like, just looking at the number and hoping it goes up.
No, that's not what it is. It's a whole new finance. It's the Great Reset. Bitcoin will be the world reserve currency. I don't know when, but that's what will happen. And I know I said that very matter of fact, but it's because I fucking believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm betting my whole family's future on it.
2 years ago, we were supposed to be on your yacht right now.
Yeah. Oh, it went up high. I could have cashed out and made a nice chunk of money, and I didn't. But that's okay. That's okay because I'm buying more.
Cashed out immediately.
Oh yeah. I showed
as soon as it went down by like $2.
No,
I'm like, buy.
No, this is what I'm learning about. It's patience. That's all it takes. Everybody else, I want to make money. No, patience. That's all you need.
No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start, like, this channel is going to pop off. I don't care if I have to start doing live beheadings. so that people will tune in. I'll fucking light somebody up in a barrel. Do some fucking heinous shit. Now, I mean, I guess the other day I was like, maybe I should buy some cheap Bitcoin right now.
You can buy on Cash App.
And yeah, but it's just it feels so stupid just buying like $50. That's all I would do. It'd be like $50-$100 of worthless Bitcoin. I don't know why I said Bitcoin.
You already turned your bit
of these worthless Bitcoin. Our Russian overlords.
Russia's fucked because Russia has all this gold and they can't sell it. And they thought, oh, when they put all their sanctions on us, we'll be able to sell it. But yeah.
Dude, Russia's doing just fine. They're selling all their oil to India and China. The two people with the most fucking human beings on the planet. And we're over here like, we'll get them. Jesus Christ. Isn't like the ruble like the strongest it's been like even before the war?
Let me find. I know it fell 90% at the beginning of the sanctions.
Man, that's what they're telling you over there. Because they want to keep the fucking war going. I'm telling you, this whole Ukraine fucking bullshit, man, it's just to keep the war machine going so the top guys can make all the fucking money.
It's that's how much it's worth of $1 right now. So a penny and a half. So if you compare it to, okay, so when did it happen? It went down to less than a penny. And then you're right. Look, this is what it was before the invasion.
Yeah. See, it's
and now it went back up and then going back down.
It's like that all goes with the sanctions too.
Let me see.
Anyway, the whole point is I don't give a fuck about Russia or Ukraine, dude. You think I give a fuck that white people are killing each other now for the first time?
I mean, they've been doing that.
It's usually fucking white people bombing brown people or brown people bombing brown people. It's about time we saw some fucking white on white crime. What I don't like is us fucking giving our billions and billions of tax dollars so that people can make bombs and they can send them over there so they can kill each other. Just let them. Fuck. Let them do whatever the fuck. You don't understand Putin, and you do? You work at McDonald's, you fucking idiot. You're a fucking cashier. I certainly hope there's a big meteor that slams right into the other side of the world, so they die real quick and we just die slowly.
Oof, that sounds horrible.
I mean, we get to fuck a couple of for the last few weeks.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's a way to do it. Just meteor, and that'll kill.
Meteor. That's how I would. If I had a fantasy on how to kill everybody, but I would definitely not leave myself alive. Meteor. You know, because that would bring us together, and we would enjoy the last couple of weeks together. Being like, man, why are we so stupid with each other, right? We're Americans. Right? And there's ash everywhere and just fucking winter.
Didn't they have a movie on that? A meteor was coming, and then they wanted to mine. Yeah.
Armageddon.
No, not Armageddon. It's a newer movie with, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio, where he plays a scientist, and there's a meteor coming about to hit Earth.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, and they were going to blow it up, but then some rich dude who's supposed to be like Elon Musk, it's like, I just found out there's like $30 trillion worth of gold and silver and other minerals, so we need to mine it. So then he sends these spaceships to go mine it, but these spaceships end up like not working and blowing off. They're supposed to blow it up into little chunks, and then it hits the Earth, so it doesn't destroy the Earth, and they can mine the stuff, but it doesn't do that. And the elites end up leaving in a spaceship to another planet, and then all the people on Earth just end up dying.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Well, I mean, I just saw it right now in my head. I like it. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch the real one now. I already heard it. That actually sounds like a pretty interesting movie. I mean, it sucks that it's ended in such a grim way, but I think that is what's going to happen, right?
I don't know.
The elites, the quote-unquote elites, I think they're going to go in the water. As a matter of fact, I'm telling you, I think they're already in the water.
Yeah.
I think they're somewhere down there fucking Aquamaning it out.
Atlantis.
Yeah. I think they've made themselves a nice little place. What do you got to do? You just got to send a fucking dome down there, have it hit the bottom, and then start sucking the water out of it. Already have a built-in thing to start sucking the water of it. It gets sucked out, and then everybody goes into the little...
What if it was already there? What if it was old civilization from, 20,000 years ago?
No, because there's no way they couldn't have made steel and all that shit, and that shit would have to take millions of years to disintegrate.
Well, no. I'm saying though, like underwater, like a civilization that's trying to escape.
Right, but I'm saying they would have to have started up on the ground, right?
Correct.
They didn't like just get born water people.
No. It was like the way they say that they find underground civilization or underwater civilizations is because the sea level rose and it all gets covered. You know what I mean? It'd be like finding New York, just like Futurama. You find New York was it underwater?
It was under the sewers. Of
yeah.
New York.
Yeah, so they just built on top of it. So what if all these alien spaceships that are coming out of the ocean and flying around is just us who are evolved, 100,000 years more because they're the old civilization?
I would really hate those people.
They hate you.
I would really no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But the feeling would be mutual.
Yeah,
because they would be like, oh, these are the uncivilized fucking idiots that are running around shooting each other with tiny pieces of lead.
Yep.
And we'd be like, those are those fucking douchebags that think they're better than us just because they can fucking live underwater.
Yeah, but man, I want to fuck them.
Stupid ass fish. That fucking fin, dude. Put my dick.
But think about, okay, if you were super rich, if you're Jeff Bezos, and the world's ending, nuclear war, and you went into your bunker, if you come out, your family comes out 1,000 years later, what's the people on top that stayed there the whole time? What are they like? Uncivilized. They didn't continue, but you continue your technology in your bunker.
Yeah, but what if they have like their own version of the Beatles?
They will.
Like
they will
be that undeniable. It's like Justin Bieber.
Or you help them evolve.
You think that's what they're doing? You think some of them are trying to help us evolve and some of them are not?
We have a, what's it called, stair-step evolution, where it's just like all of a sudden there's no writing and then there's writing. All of a sudden there's no technology and then there's technology. It's like it's a quick burst up.
Right. Or maybe we're just that fucking resilient, man.
Maybe. I don't know. I think we're being guided by us.
I mean, isn't it crazy that we've managed to live in all different types of parts of the planet? Being just the same human being, our bodies just kind of adapt to it. You can live in like the hottest parts of Africa, and we can also live in Alaska.
Yeah,
and in Norway. It's a pretty resilient fucking human being, not just like mentally but physically.
Yeah,
the fact that our bodies just adapt. Like, okay, in this place you got to be tall. So most of the people are going to be tall. In this place, you got to be tiny to survive.
Yeah.
It's pretty flexible fucking apparatus, this human puppet is. The puppet of the one supreme God that we all are deep down inside.
So that means if America stays on the path that it is, the way we're going to evolve is we'll become fatter, our bones become less dense, our dicks have to become bigger because everybody wants big dicks.
Right, and we can not have to move our fat bodies to like coitus.
So maybe the arms start to come back in because all we need is dick, and our dick is our appendage.
Right, and the females, their necks would just get longer and
to suck our dicks, they need more throat space. That's the only evolution reason.
It's just gonna be a big butt with a long esophagus. And man would just be a ball with a dick coming out of it. Just
the most evolved.
What did Greg Giraldo say? We're gonna evolve into just being big fat asses with fingers.
Well, didn't we de-evolve? Because wasn't our brains were much larger, like 20% larger thousands of years ago?
No, that's a lie. What devolved was our stockiness. Our girth, and our ability to eat meat raw. That's what devolved. Our ability to eat meat raw. We could no
longer. It shows that human brains decreased in size approximately 3,000 years ago by studying ants as models to illustrate why brains may increase or decrease in size. The researchers hypothesized that brain shrinkage, paralysis, parallels the expansion of collective intelligence in human societies.
So does that mean that because we all work better as a group, we don't have to have big giant brains? That
we have more of a hive mind?
That's kind of what I got out of it. Meaning, like, when humanity was younger, you needed big fucking brains because there wasn't that many of us, and we hadn't learned how to work in big giant groups like we do now. We knew how to work in groups from the beginning, but not in like civilization-sized groups.
It says absolute brain size was found to have declined by 5.415 in modern humans.
And on top of that, porn, fucking
hold on.
video games, Snickers, sports. Well, mostly porn. That's decreased our shit. Evolution of the penis size. What are you trying to get at here, man?
Well, my theory of if our brains are getting smaller, our dicks getting bigger. Remember we talked about that?
Oh. That is the most wishful thinking thing I've ever seen ever.
What? You don't think we have bigger dicks than 20,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago?
Why
They
do you
were smaller.
Why do you say that like it's just a fact of mathematics?
It is. They were okay. What's the average height of somebody in the 1600s? You know, they were smaller people, 5'6", 5'7". We're growing. We're getting bigger.
Okay.
So we got bigger dicks.
I think you're just trying to trash our ancestors to make yourself feel better about your little pee-pee.
No, that's not it.
5 and 7. Wow.
Oh yeah, most penises are between 5 and 7.
As long as you're not on the lower end of that.
I mean, but even if you
I think
are,
you could be normal.
average height of a male in the 1500 was 68,
Why do they put it in these stupid ass terms that I don't fucking know?
65 inches.
What does that mean?
60 inches that's 5'5". So the average height is 5'5" during the 17th and 18th century.
But the average was 68 inches, which I think is 5'8".
That's 5'8". Height, according to skeletal analysis, height decreased from an average of 68 inches in the early Middle Ages to an average low of roughly 65 inches. So probably they had less nutrition.
Yeah.
They were smaller.
The Black Death. The Black Plague.
See, now
that was a fucking pandemic.
Medieval knights ranged from 5'3" to 6 foot with a mean stature of 5'7". People were just smaller back then.
Yeah. They had tiny little swords. Oh. Oh, look.
Like, have you ever walked like in a even like you walk in an old home from like the 1920s or something like that? Everything is smaller. The doorways are small. Everything's smaller.
Yeah, that's true. I just thought they didn't have that many materials. No,
I mean, that could have been it too.
You know, because now, you know, roofs. There's some roofs that are unnecessarily high on some houses. Waste of space. That's luxury, though.
Hmm.
All right. What's time have we done?
Almost 2 hours.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I think we could squeeze 15 minutes out of that. Oh, man. What do you got going on, Josh?
July 29th, I will be at the Blind Tiger Comedy Club headlining. Come check that out. August 4th, South Padre Island. August 6th, I'll be in Westaco, Texas, recording my new album. And excited about that. August 13th, Bastrop. Check out thecomedyfrequency.com for all our other podcasts.
Freak, baby, freak. I'm enjoying my summer. The only thing I got going on is I'm opening up for Angela Johnson at the Laugh Out Loud, 14th through the 17th. Your old boy's got to not curse, be a nice, good little boy, and just tap dance a little bit, make people laugh, get a couple of checks, go right back to jumping in the water, sliding into slip and slide. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, check out Willful Ignorance, the Willful Ignorance podcast. It's a podcast that we've been doing for a while now. That started. When did you and George?
2018.
2018. So
coming up on 4 years. Actually, no. Last month was 4 years. We never did an anniversary thing.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. Well, check that one out, man. That's a really fun podcast. We always all try to make it to that one. What else? Oh yeah. No, Brother Earls.
I was gonna do that after.
People have been buying the Brother Earls using the discount code. Nobody's happy. So I'm pretty excited about that, man. People are actually buying the product that we're slanging out in these streets. Beef jerky, Brother Earls. It's delicious. I'm gonna put a link to it in the description, so you guys can check it out, man. It's really a good product. It's our first sponsors, and we're really glad that they're our sponsors because we actually know, we have a connection to them through our friend Edward, and he's a pretty good judge of character. These people are pretty solid folks, and it's a great delicious product. So just check out Brother Earls and get 10% off with the promo code Nobody's Happy, no apostrophe, but yeah, we'll write it in the description. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all have a good one and take it easy. Bye.